Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to Remax Field down in the beautiful Edmonton River Valley. It's an ICU video procast, Edmonton Prospects baseball, and the innings have been piling up for this Prospects team. This is going to be game 5 of 6 here on the long weekend, and as the innings have piled up, so have the wins for the Prospects as they continue to hold on to that last spot in the race for the final playoff spot. And they have another big one here tonight. Trevor Berg will get the start as the Prospects will look to win their third in a row over the Brooks Bombers. To kick off our broadcast, we send it up to our outstanding duo of John Belmont and Al Coates.
Thank you very much, Tyler. Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to Remax Field for the nightcap of the day-night doubleheader. It was what a wood show it was in the first game. 15 runs on 17 hits, 4 errors, 10 left for the Prospects. They sent 50 batters to the plate. Behind that was the outstanding pitching of left-hander Teran Olton, who completes his Prospect career with a victory here today. He'll lead the club in strikeouts on the season. He had a big day for strikeouts, had 10 of them, about half of them swinging, half of them taken. Olton will improve his record to 3 victories and 3 losses on the season. Let's have a look at the highlight package of this afternoon's proceedings. On the National Junior team. Here's the ball that's belted fair past third base and down the left field line. That's going to knock in a couple of runs. In to score is Geary and Ramirez. Harrell rounds third, gets the green light. He'll score, and that's a 3-run double by Tyler Maskill. And the Prospects are on the board. Complete game distance in. The ball that's belted out into right field. That's going to score the run. We'll have a lead of 2 now. It's a 3-1 ball game. On a line single out into right field by McCoy Pierce. Olton ready to go. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and there's a knockout into right field. That'll make it a 1-run ball game. 3 consecutive hits. Plates a run for the Brooks Bombers. A base hit to right field by Brendan Cates. Pitch is bunted, and it's just off to the left of the plate. There's the throw, and it's up the line into right field on a pickoff attempt by Teran Olton, and that will tie the ball game up. The ball is belted up the middle. That should be deep enough to score the run. Travis Hunt is camped under this. Tagging up is Brendan Cates, and he'll motor in to score, and the Brooks Bombers take a lead of 1-4-3 with 2 away. To the Western Canada League. There's a ball that's belted out in the left center field. That's going to give the Prospects a lead. 2 runs will come in to score, and that's going to be a long single right up the gut. Pierce Blahoyak on his way to third is Zach Thomas, and the Prospects are back in a lead of 1. P-Rod up the middle and gets 2 RBIs. Runner goes. Here's the throw on to second base. The shortstop. Lehman tried to cover it, and the ball went out of his glove, and an error going to be charged to Lehman as the Prospects run the bases like the wild horse of the Osage, and another run comes in to score. Place ballpark in Fort McMurray. Here's the ball that's going to get belted into left field, and that's going to score 2 runs as Travis Hunt chugs on into second base with a 2-run stand-up double. Out of the stretch, the pitch is bounced back up the middle. A couple of runs are going to come in to score as Brock Pantane fields this ball, throws to the mound. It's cut off by the first baseman Pierce. Nowhere to relay it to. And Travis Hunt scores. Bo Gilbo comes in to score. Geary moves into scoring position. And there's a 2-run knock for Javier Ramirez. Big high leg kick from the set position. That ball bounced into left field. 1 run's going to come in to score. And a run-scoring single. Here's the pitch to Jake Geary. Goes around on it. He slaps the ball into left field. That'll knock in 1. That'll knock in 2 runs. Here's the throw by McIntyre. Cut off by the shortstop and not relayed to the plate. 2 runs and a score. Thomas moves to second base, so I would assume that's Travis Hunt playing in left field. There's a little flare that's hit out into right field. That'll knock in a run. And a base hit by Albert Vargas. Paid admissions on the year. Slow ground ball pulled off to the right-handed side. This is Vargas on a Lehman. Comes off the bag. The relay to first is not in time to turn 2. Run will come in to score. There he belts the ball out into center field. That'll bring in a run. La Jolla comes in to score. Bo Gilbo gets the knock. 15 runs up on the board for the Prospects. There is C. Homer as we get set for the nightcap of the doubleheader. With that victory, the Prospects, after a month of trying, are finally at a .500 record. 27 victories, 27 losses. The Brooks Bombers fall to 16-37, and the Prospects are, for the moment, a 1.5 game lead on the Fort McMurray Giants, who are idle today. But they've got 3 games remaining, and the Prospects now down to 2 ball games left. This 9-inning affair tonight and a 9-inning ball game tomorrow, the matinee contest. That'll get underway at about 2:05. Here's the way the Brooks Bombers line up for game number 2. The batting lineup is presented by Josh McIntyre, the field manager, the left fielder. McIntyre will lead things off. He's going to play in left field today. McCoy Pierce at first base, bats second, and Eric Lehman, the shortstop, hits third. Hitting fourth, Spencer Rankin. He'll full in as the DH today. Brock Partain is the center fielder, hitting fifth. Brendan Cates, the third baseman, will bat sixth. Albert Vargas does the catching, hits seventh. Dax Wandler, second baseman, hits eighth. And Danny Donnelly, the right fielder, will bat in the 9 spot. Kyle McKinnon, the field manager, that's his lineup. His starting pitcher today is Ty Schaefer. Prospects line up this way. The leadoff batter playing in right field is Pierce Blahoyak. Hitting second and playing at first base, Grayson Barrett. Travis Hunt is the center fielder, bats third. Bo Gilbo will do the catching in game 2 of the day-night doubleheader. Jake Geary hits fifth, is the DH. Edgar Harold at third base, followed by Tyler Maskill, the second baseman. Then you got Katsu Takahashi at the 8th spot of the batting order today. And Zach Thomas is the left fielder, and he will bat in the 9 spot. Again, it was a big victory, John, for the Prospects in the opening end of the doubleheader. Got a lot more runs than they probably needed, but when the hits come, you don't stop them. 15-5, the final tally.
You don't want to stop them, and it helped out Taron Olton tremendously. Of course, he pitched very well. As you said, he had 10 strikeouts, threw 132 pitches, 92 for strikes. And the young man who's going to the mound today, Trevor Berg, you talk about 2 opposite pitchers. Taron Olton completely focused, just one of those guys gets out there and really works hard. And Trevor Berg is the most laid-back, easygoing guy you ever want to meet. Get him on the mound, he throws strikes.
So that's it. Trevor Berg on the bump for the Prospects this afternoon. We'll take a timeout, and we'll return to Remax Field with the play-by-play account of the second game of the doubleheader on ICU Video. Well, there you see the Prospects in kind of a football huddle type of a situation. The thing here today and tomorrow afternoon, the Prospects are going to be the visiting team, and the Brooks Bombers will take the field defensively here in the top half of the first inning. Back here at Remax Field for the second end of the day-night doubleheader. And pitching for the Brooks Bombers, a big Cardston right-hander, Ty Schaefer. He'd be on the bump tonight. It's one of the prettiest little places of the province of Alberta, just about 10 minutes north of the Montana border at the Pagan Crossing. There you get a look at Ty Schaefer. He'll make his 4th start, his 4th appearance, his first start, 7 innings, 13 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned, 3 base on balls, 3 strikeouts. He has no record. Ty Schaefer with an earned run average of 9. The Western Canada Baseball League is hitting combined .382 off Ty Schaefer, 5'10" tall, out of Cardston, Alberta, a town that's kind of more known for football players. Southern Alberta, and a lot of those Mormon communities down through the years have produced some pretty good talent with a pigskin.
They really have, and some pretty good baseball players too. Brett Ralph, who was out of that famous football family, the Ralph family, was also on a Canadian junior baseball team. Very good shortstop and second baseman.
Comes out of a town called Raymond, the Raymond Comets, the famous football club. Maybe an hour's drive from Cardston, just straight south of Lethbridge. So the Bombers are the home team for Game 2 of this day-night doubleheader. Going to be Albert Vargas completing the battery. On the corners, Cates at third, Pierce at first. The shortstop, Lehman, Wandler at second base. Up on the picket line tonight, Josh McIntyre in left field. Brock Partain is the center fielder, and Danny Donnelly is the right fielder. Umpire and crew calling the balls and strikes, Jeff Chipley. Trevor Stoiko, the first base umpire, and Chris Hartley works at third base. Ball game gets underway at 6:40 p.m. Mountain Time here in Edmonton, Canada. Very comfortable night for a game of baseball, a shirt sleeve night. A little bit of breeze blowing, temperature about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Ty Schaefer comes into the wind and he throws a high fastball. We're underway with a pitch high, 1 ball and no strikes. Blahowiak, and these are the up-to-date batting stats after the first game of the doubleheader. Hitting just about as high as he has hit in the season. He's just a shade under 270, batting .268. Takes one right down the dish, and that'll leave it a count up at a ball and a strike. Fully back on the middle infield, about midway on the corners. The outfield is straight away. Grayson Barrett and Travis Hunt due up here in the inning. Kick at the 1-1 pitch. A little late on that fastball. There's a high pop-up, lots of hang time on it in short left field. Josh McIntyre is under it. There's one away. 3 pitches. They're all fastballs and 1 gone.
Now Pierce Blahowiak, he got under that. He has been swinging the bat pretty well in this series.
Grayson Barrett, who has really found a spot for himself at first base, done a nice job over there. Some guys would go over there and play at first, they're like they're playing on the moon, but he's found it much to his liking. He takes an off-speed pitch for a strike. Barrett hitting .250 on the campaign. That'll wrap up tomorrow. The 56th and final game of the 2019 regular season in the Western Canada Baseball League. High and outside pitch, 1 ball and 1 strike. Barrett was 2 for 5 in the opening end of the twin bill. Punched a single in the right field, stole a bag, and scored in the first inning. Base hit up the middle in the 4th, reached base on an error in the 6th inning, and he flied out twice. And the 2-1 delivery right down the middle of the plate for a strike, 2-2. A lot of final scores to report from Major League Baseball today, just 1 game to play. And that'll be the Yankees and the Boston Red Sox, and that one will be underway. There's a hard one hopper to the right-hand side of the diamond. Wandler, the second baseman, to his glove-hand side. He picks it, he throws it, and you've got 1 or 2 gone as Barrett bounces out, and Travis Hunt, the hitter up, the center fielder. Cubs today are the Chicago White Sox with a 10-5 victory over the Philadelphia Phillies in interleague play. The Orioles withstood a late charge by the Blue Jays and won by a run, 6-5. Tampa Bay defeated the Marlins 7-2. And the Cleveland Indians, a 6-2 victory over the Anaheim Angels, a ballpark in Cleveland. They used to call it Jacobs Field. It's a beautiful park right in downtown Cleveland. And the Tribe were winners today. Cincinnati Reds defeated the Atlanta Braves 6-4. And the Mets had a victory over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Walloped them today, 13-2. 1 ball, no strike on Travis Hunt, hitting .325. Schaefer kicks and fires, and the ball is laced out into left field. A little bit of giddy up on it. Ball's hit down the line. That'll be an extra base hit.
It's a foul ball.
That's a foul ball. All right.
Just missed the pole.
Houston Astros today defeated the Mariners 3-1 as Verlander picked up another victory. Go to 15-4. Minnesota Twins defeated the Royals 3-0. And the Cubs were winners over the Brewers 7-2. Texas Rangers defeated the Tigers 9-4. Colorado had a 6-2 victory over the San Francisco Giants at Coors Field in Denver. The Oakland A's defeated the St. Louis Cardinals 4-2. Schaefer rocks into his windup, long stride home. He throws a fastball and it's fouled away.
Travis Hunt has a very good batting stroke. He gets in there, and he also has a good eye on the plate.
Diamondbacks defeated the Washington Nationals 7-5 in the last game to report. San Diego Padres withstood a late inning challenge and defeated the Los Angeles Dodgers at Dodger Stadium 10-9. Up and coming, David Price will be on the bump against Jay Happ, the great left-hander of the New York Yankees. He is 8-6. Price is 7-4. The Red Sox and the Yankees. So that's what happened today in Big League Baseball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ty Schaefer making his first start on the year and his 4th appearance. Works right down the middle of the pitching slab. Kicks into his windup. The pitch looks like he overthrew the breaking ball. That'll bring the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bases empty and 2 away. And here comes the 3-2 delivery. That'll miss inside, ball 4. And the game's first base runner is Travis Hunt. He got out in front of a changeup, hit it out of the ballpark, but just foul of the pole. He's aboard on the walk, and Bo Gilbo with the batter.
And Travis Hunt leads the team in on-base percentage. He draws a lot of walks. As we talked about earlier, very good eye at the plate. Bogey Bo, he's picking up his batting average late in the season. Switch hitter batting from the left side tonight, and we believe this is his best side to hit from.
Well, a switch hitter is going to bat more left-handed than he is right. There's more right-hand pitchers than there are left. Runner goes. Here's the throw, the slide, the tag, and in with a steal is Travis Hunt.
And that is Travis Hunt's 26th stolen base on the year.
Albert Vargas, the catcher, had to rush his throw. It didn't come out of his crouch. He threw that one pretty good right from his haunches. It was down on his knees. Gilbo with a double and an RBI single in the opening game. Breaking ball is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pulled a double down the right field line, got as far as third. He walked and scored in the 4th inning. Drew a walk, got as far as third in the 7th. And he punched in a run with a base hit to right center field his last time up. And here's the 1-1 to him. It's down and away, ball 2. Holiday Monday tomorrow. We'd love to have you down to the ballpark for the 2 o'clock ball game. Gates underway. Open up at 1 o'clock. 2:05 opening pitch. If you can't make it, we'll have the game here for you on ICU video. And that pitch is a strike right down the middle.
Tomorrow's supposed to be a beautiful day, too. Great day to be at the ballpark.
Playoffs will open up on all 4 fronts on Thursday night. We know there'll be a ball game in Regina. There's going to be a ball game in Okotoks. There'll either be a ball game in Medicine Hat or Lethbridge. Those 2 clubs will lock horns tonight in Medicine Hat. And going into the game, a 30-24 record for the Lethbridge Bulls and a 29-24 record for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, who have got a game in hand and are 1/2 game back. The Red Sox will host the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Swift Current 57s will be home to the Weyburn Beavers. Gilbo just laid on the pitch, pops it up. It's off third base, and it's foul, and it's out of play. Ty Schaefer comes to the plate, and a fastball is high and outside from the 5'9" right-hand pitcher from Cardston, Alberta.
Second straight batter that he's gone full count on.
And that's high and wide, ball 4.
They called a strike.
Somebody was fooled, I don't know who.
Replay.
Yeah, that's a strike, all right. So Gilbo is erased, and that'll do it. Here in the top half of the first inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, one man left aboard. Bottom half of one coming up on ICU video. Trevor Berg pitching tonight for the Edmonton Prospects, who'll make his 7th start. 13th appearance, 45 and 2/3 innings, 41 hits. Allowed 16 runs, and they're all earned. 8 base on balls, 29 strikeouts. A record of 3 wins, 2 losses, 1 save. 3.15 earned run average. He's had a nice year. The Western Canada League is hitting .234 off the big husky right-handed pitcher you see on your screen from the center field camera. Number 31, Trevor Berg. Bo Gilbo nestles into the crouch, gives the sign. Here's the pitch, and it's in an over, strike 1.
Trevor, 6 foot, 235 pounds.
1 ball and 1 strike. Josh McIntyre, an outstanding hitter, batting .370. Here for the Bombers. You want to be successful against this club. This is where you start trying to keep him off the base paths. Going into the opening game of the double dip, he was sitting there with a .469 on base percentage. 2 balls and a strike to McIntyre. McCoy Pierce and Zach Lehman due up in the inning. Count even at 2-2. Harold's at third, Barrett at first, Takahashi the shortstop, Maskill at second base. Fully back on the middle infield, about midway at first and third. The pitch, nice slow breaking ball, big deuce, a swing and a miss. McIntyre is erased, and that's how you do it.
Nice job, right on the corner. Broke it at the last second. Beautiful pitch.
The outfield of Zach Thomas in left, Travis Hunt in center, and Pierce Blahoviak is the right fielder today. McCoy Pierce hitting .324. Here's the kick and the pitch on the way. A strike down the middle. 0-1 to Pierce. He was 2 for 5, a pair of singles in the opening end of the doubleheader. Popped up twice and he ground out once. And the 0-1 pitch, he got under it. It's a mile-high pop-up into short left field. Should be an easy play. Drifting on in is Zach Thomas. He puts a leather on it and got 2 out in the inning. Just missed the pitch.
Just got underneath it.
Two away, bases empty for Zach Lehman, hitting .304. Teron Olton did a really nice job on him in the opening end of the doubleheader. Got him to hit into 2 ground ball double plays. He struck out twice and he lined out once. Fastball strike from Berg, 0-1. Been a long, hard fight for the Prospects to get back to a .500 record. Just about the entire month of July, they were sub .500. But they've put it together here at the opportune time in the dying days of the regular season. And the 1-1 delivery. That was right in on the fists and his flared foul. Muscled up the right rail and out of play. 1-2.
The drive the Prospects are making, too, it's great for the fans to come to the ballpark. And every game there's something on the line.
The club that is chasing the Prospects with an off day today, the Fort McMurray Giants. They've got a doubleheader and a single against the Yorkton Cardinals. At that gorgeous ballpark in Fort McMurray. It is, I can't tell you how nice that park is. Shell Place. Just a little jewel of a park. 405 up the middle, 333 down the lines. The entire field of play is an artificial turf, including the mounds, the cutouts, and the foul territory. Fastball on the fists on a bouncing ball, foul of the chalk at third base.
Now, 2 pitches before, Trevor Berg just missed with a breaking ball on the inside.
3-2 pitch is belted out into the gap into right center field. There will be the first single of the ball game for the Brooks Bombers. A 3-2 pitch. Zach Lehman, 304 batter, nails the ball. Didn't hit it real hard, but he gets a base hit on the ball to right center field. Spencer Rankin, the designated hitter, hitting .288. A pair of doubles in the first game of the Twin Bill. He pulled a ball to left and he sprayed a ball to right. And he came in to score in the 4th inning. 0-1 here on Spencer Rankin. Late breaking slider. Swing and a miss. He wouldn't hit that one with a base fiddle. 0-2. That's a good pitch.
Very good pitch. Broke at the end, right outside the plate.
Berg out of Henderson, Nevada, just outside of Las Vegas. 6'2", tips the Toledo's at 220 pounds. There's a ball belted foul up the left rail and out of play. College of South Nevada. I do believe that's right on the Boulder Highway.
I believe it is, and talk with Trevor, he hardly ever goes into downtown Vegas. He's too young.
There was a time I could name you just about every casino in downtown Vegas, because that's where we stayed at professional baseball. Stayed at the Las Vegas Club. Right at the head of the street, it's the Union Plaza, and right across the road, the Golden Gate. Used to get a great big Sunday glass full of shrimp for $1. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Berg thought he had strike 3. The plate umpire disagreed.
Yeah, no, that looked like a pretty good pitch.
And here's the 1-2 delivery. There's a base hit to left field. Takahashi was going towards second base with the runner going, and irregardless of that, I don't think he would have got to that ball. That was railed pretty good.
I don't think he would have either, Al. It was hard hit ball, enough in the hole. I don't think he would have got it.
Brock Partain, the center fielder. Batting .298, the batter up. First and second base with 2 away. Partain was maybe the best hitter in the Brooks lineup. He got 3 hits with a run scored and a run batted in the opening game. Pitch is down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. We will have a bit of a late arriving crowd. The ball game getting underway a little bit earlier on Sunday night. 6:35 was the supposed start time. Got underway at 6:40. Fastball will even the count up at a ball and a strike. Berg had 2 out up until the point of time where Zach Lehman hit a 3-2 pitch in the right center for a base hit. Straight changeup right in the eyes of the batter, 1-2. And Spencer Rankin with that line single to left field. And the 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball, a swing and a miss, and 2 strikeouts in the inning. With a big behemoth of a right-hander, Trevor Berg, no runs and a pair of hits. 2 men left on base, and 1 inning has been completed in the nightcap of the day-night Twin Bill on ICU video. Ty Schaefer gets ready to go here in the second inning. He issued a 2-out base on ball to Travis Hunt. He stole second base. And Bo Gilbo was called out on strikes.
Now, pitching coach Austin Guzzo was talking with the home plate umpire between innings and just talking to him about the calls and what that strike zone is, what he's really looking for in this, because there were some interesting calls in that first inning.
Jake Geary, the batter up. Three-hit afternoon. Geary with a double and a run scored in the second inning. Punched a single into right center and scored. Knocked in a couple of runs with the ball down the left field line. It was a single. High on outside the opening pitch. Geary hitting .306. He was batting .299 going into the opening end of the doubleheader, so the 3 hits brought his batting average up 7 points. And the 1-0 delivery. Ball belted out into the left field gap. That gets between the outfielders. It'll be an extra base. Here's Geary on his way towards second base. The relay is not made by the shortstop, Lehman, and that's a leadoff 2-base hit here for Jake Geary. He's just seeing everything in sight.
He sure is. And as we talked about this afternoon, his weight transfer is so solid now. He's getting that bat around really well. Solid 2-base hit.
Edgar Harrell hitting .268. Ty Schaefer out of the stretch. The pitch and a hard ground ball back up the middle. Geary had to go back to see if that ball was going to get caught on the line. It didn't. Now you get men at first and third base, and you could hang close on that line. He really punched it. Just about hit the batter.
It did, and if it had hit the runner would have been out. So important he got out of the way. Good hard hit ball for base hit.
And Tyler Maskill, the .248 batsman, comes to the plate. Men at first and third and nobody out here in the top of the second inning. The Bombers are the home team tonight and again tomorrow afternoon. Straight change up, swing and a miss. I remember one time we had a situation like this back at AAA where we were the visiting team for the nightcap, as Geary just did get out of the way of that pitch. Not only would he be out, he'd have a sore set of ribs.
He sure would have. That ball was tagged.
And here's the 0-1 pitch. Foul back upstairs. So we were the visiting team for the nightcap, and one of the players, and he meant it, he was serious. He came up to me and said, "Does that mean we have to change our uniforms for the second game?" I said, "Well, you've got to be kidding." No, you don't. Ty Schaefer from the set position, doesn't work out of a windup. Throws the pitch in the dirt, go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Riley Glenn was the starter in the opening end of the doubleheader, had a real rough 4th inning. 14 batters came to the plate. He roughed up for 11 runs, and 10 of the runs were earned. Finished out with 10 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 4 base on balls, and he took the loss. Only his second loss of the season against 6 wins, so he's not been chopped liver. He had a pretty good year going, but this was not his day in the opening end of the doubleheader.
Every pitcher has days like that.
Middle infield is going to shorten up to a double play depth. And the pitch was a strike. It was swung on and fouled back upstairs.
Tyler Maskill, he's working the count. Getting contact on the ball.
Knock did 3 runs with a double to left field in the opening game of the Twin Bill. Reached base in an air, drew a base on ball, struck out, singled, and scored. Hit and run play, and the ball is parked out into right center field. And that ball is going to get caught. It's a deep fly ball. Danny Donnelly made an absolutely ideal route to that ball, makes the catch. Tagging up is Jake Geary, and he'll come in to score. Tyler Maskill with a run batted in and no time at bat.
A sacrifice fly.
Katsu Takahashi, the batter up. Katsu came in as a pinch runner in the 4th inning. The afternoon game went 1 for 2. Runner goes, it's a straight steal, it's a called strike, and pulling into scoring position is Edgar Harrell. No throw tethered by the catcher, Albert Vargas. Uncontested steal of the bag.
Real good jump by Edgar Harrell on that play.
Takes you out of the ground ball double play. Takahashi shows the bunt, and he drops it down. Real nice little bunt. Here's Vargas's throw. It's wide of the target, and a run will come in to score. Edgar Harrell crosses the plate. Katsu Takahashi pulls in a scoring position. The ball is in the bullpen area, and it's waved dead.
This is a beautiful bunt. Right out in front of the plate. Forces the catcher to get out there.
As you can see, Takahashi stayed in his runner's lane, so there can't be a call of base runner interference. And Edgar Harrell races around to score. Katsu Takahashi is aboard on a 2-base error. Here to the catcher, Albert Vargas. That's what happens when you put the ball into play and you've got a little bit of speed to burn. Put the pressure on the defense. So the Prospects up by a deuce here early in the ball game, top of 2. The ball is fouled down the right side. It's going to be out of play. Holiday Monday, of course, bat and egg ball game right here at the ballpark. 2:05 first pitch. Our web telecast get underway about 10 minutes to 7 o'clock. And the playoffs get underway on Thursday night on 4 fronts. 2 in the Alberta division, 2 in the Saskatchewan division. John is going to host a ball club. Don't know who yet. And the Okotoks Dogs will host a playoff game either between the Prospects or the Fort McMurray Giants. Red Sox will host the Moose Jaw Miller Express Swift Current 57s with a really good starting rotation. They'll play the Weyburn Beavers. We were down in the clubhouse office of Jordan Blundell between halves of the Twin Bill, and the Works manager and the Prospects coaches were talking. Swift Current's got a ball player. Didn't say if he was a right or a left-hander, but he kicks it up there about 94 miles an hour. And that's high-octane gas in this league, I can tell you.
It sure is. I think that got him. No, I guess it didn't.
2 balls and 2 strikes. At that velocity, you are a draftable commodity. That pretty much is the magic number, 90 and above. Count runs full, 3-2. 1 out, 2 runs have scored.
It is interesting today, Al, how they really look at the speed, that 90 or above. And you look at relievers today, your starter's well over 90. We saw a reliever today that was averaging in the 100 range.
Yeah, that was right. A guy with the Padres, short reliever. And the ball's fouled away up the right side. The runner was on his way towards third base, that being Katsu Takahashi. This ball isn't anything new. It's been around since they started throwing from an overhand motion as opposed to the underhand motion. One of the early fireballers was the guy they called the Big Train, Walter Johnson. Ball's popped up on the infield skin inside the bag at first base. Pierce is there to make the catch, and you got 2 away.
Got him on the handle, and he just got underneath it, popped it up.
Walter Johnson, in fact, never pitched a day in the minor leagues. He came out of the Snake River Valley League in Idaho, joined the Washington Senators, and that's where he stayed. He was one of the first 6 players inducted into the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. As we go here to Pierce Blahoyek. And it's a strike.
Good breaking ball.
See if I can remember the other ones. Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, Cy Young, Walter Johnson, that's 4. Chris Speaker was the 5th, and the 6th was the shortstop, Honus Wagner.
There's a pretty good crew of players there.
That is on my bucket list. I'd like to see that place someday. The National Baseball Hall of Fame in the Catskill Mountains of Cooperstown, New York. They had the inducting ceremonies here just the other day. Caught a little bit of it. Very nice speech by Ray Halliday's widow. And they always have a Hall of Fame game, and that's a game that counts in the standings. They have a little ballpark, seats about 5,000. And here's the 2-strike delivery, and Blahoyek fights it off as a high gas, and he'll punch it foul up the first base side.
Now he's going to have to continue to get good eye on the plate. Make sure that they are throwing strikes.
Ty Schaefer is high with the pitch. Looked like it was a straight changeup, and that'll run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Go to 2 balls and 2 strikes, and where's the summer gone? It just seems like about yesterday we kicked the season off in the last week of May. One thing about it, the summers fly by, but the winters drag on.
Oh, they do. The older we get, the longer those winters are.
Takahashi breaks for third, and the ball is flared foul into the sitting area in front of us.
And this is what Blahoviak's got to continue to do. Keep working this count. Ball is on the inside part of the plate.
Takahashi on the move again, and it's a bouncing ball up the middle. Wandler squares off on the ball just to the right of second base. And that'll do it on the 4-3 putout. But the Prospects played a couple of runs here in the top half of the second inning. 2 runs on 2 hits. An error and a man left to board. And we'll go to the bottom of 2. 2-0 Prospects on ICU video. Play underway in the bottom of 2. Brendan Cates leads things off for the Brooks Bombers. Look at third base tonight. Third baseman hitting .293. Count is even at a ball on the strike.
Breaking ball up high.
And the 1-1 delivery down and away, ball 2. Cates was 2 for 5 in the afternoon game. Sprayed the ball 1 to left, 1 to right, came around to score in the 4th inning. Ball 3. Middle infield drawn back. They're midway at first and third. The outfield here tonight at Remax Field is straight away. There's a ball that's punched into left field. Harrell tried to make a diving play. Did that in the first game, but not here in the nightcap. That ball was scalded down the left field line for a 2-base hit. Man in scoring position on a 3-1 pitch out over the plate.
And that's the important thing there. He got it out over the plate, but belt high.
Albert Vargas is the batter. Vargas did not appear in the first game. Vargas, a .246 batter. Big lumbering catcher, front foot open. He's about midway in the batter's box. Trevor Berg ready to go. Here's the pitch. He shows the bunt, does Vargas, and he takes one right down the barrel, strike 1. Everybody else will be just getting underway in the Western Canada Baseball League tonight. Lethbridge Bulls are in Medicine Hat to play the Mavericks. Big battle there for the second spot and a chance at an extra home game. Weyburn and the Moose Jaw Club have got a doubleheader. Got the Red Sox and the Melville Millionaires tonight. To round out the games under the lights in the Western Canada League. One ball, two strikes on the batter there. Trevor Berg dropped his arm angle down a little bit. Didn't aim that ball at all to be in the strike zone. He just ran it on the string outside and low. One ball, two strikes.
It was a good job by Bogey Bo to stop that ball getting by.
And the line drive base hit up the middle. That'll put men at first and third base here in the bottom half of the second inning. A double followed up by a single, first and third for Dax Wandler.
It's good bat control. Compact swing, swung right where it was pitched, right out into center field.
Wandler hitting .275. Harrell is just about wide of the bag at third. Double play depth in the middle infield. Break and pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. These doubleheaders are due to a deluge of rain that fell on back-to-back nights. 2 weeks ago, there were two midweek single games scheduled. That didn't happen. Bouncing ball onto first base. Here's the feed on to Takahashi. Back to Grayson Barrett. They don't get the double play, and a run will come in to score, make it a 2-1 ball game. Barrett up with the ball. Throws a strike onto the bag. Takahashi off the bag. Bang, bang play at first base.
Good call.
Danny Donnelly, the right fielder. Batting .175. Struck out, flied out, struck out again, and got a no time at bat and a run batted in on a sacrifice fly. 2-1 ball game. Donnelly gives the ball a ride out into right field, drifting on into the gap as Pierce Blahoyek ran a nice route to that ball, hauls it in, and there's two away.
He really did. Got a good jump on the ball out into the alley, and nice catch. Made it look easy.
Back up the .370 batter, Josh McIntyre. Fastball over the outside corner. Strike one is the call. Pitch in the dirt, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Trevor Berg at the start of the season was the closer for the prospects. They slowly worked him into the rotation, and he's done quite well.
Ball 2, strike 1. Berg is ready. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball, a swing and a miss. 2-2. We will have a full count with 2 away. The man over at first base, Dax Wandler. He's going to take a big lead. The first baseman will, I would think, play behind. He'll be off and running with the pitch. There he goes. First baseman didn't hold him on. He did hold him on, and the pitch is going to hit the batter, so you got first and second base.
Just tailed in on him a little bit, caught him on the elbow.
And that'll bring McCoy Pierce to the plate.
Number 22 at first base, McCoy.
Jordan Liddell has talked to the home plate umpire. That batter did not move an inch, and he's trying to say he should be out.
That is in the book. You almost never, ever, ever see it applied.
I think we've only seen it once this year, once or twice.
Tying run in scoring position. And the ball's hit in the air. It's a room service fly ball. Straight up the middle, and there to grab it is Travis Hunt. As a run scores on 2 hits, 2 men left on base. A 2-1 ball game. The Prospects lead as we head to the third, and Tyler Yaremchuk.
Guys, the month of August has just gotten going, but it has been very kind to prospect slugger Travis Hunt. In 24 at-bats so far in the month of August, he's batting well over .450. Of the 11 hits he has, 6 of them are extra base hits or better. He has 4 doubles to go with 2 home runs as well. He's driven in 9 runs. He's come around to score 10 times. He has a couple of stolen bases as well, including one tonight. The numbers are fascinating, but it's when he's been doing it as well. If you think back to that walk-off victory over Yorkton, which as we get to a point where every win matters, that walk-off victory was crucial. They were down 7-2. I was down by the dugout. There was a lot of moping around. They kind of felt like their season was coming to an end. Travis Hunt gave them a ton of energy with a 2-run home run. And then in the 9th inning, once they eventually walked it off, it was Travis Hunt who drove in the first run. And it was Travis Hunt who came around to be the 9th and winning run as well. He's been simply sensational. They say your depth will get you through the dog days, but when it's crunch time, your stars need to be your stars. They've been getting a lot of star-level performances from Travis Hunt as of late.
That he has. In the homestand, he got a 6th home run. He also nailed out his team-leading 7th big fly ball of the season. Likes to pull the ball like most batters do. Of the home runs that he's hit here at the ballpark in Edmonton, they've all been pulled to left field.
All-round player, also outstanding outfielder. He's got a number of assists this year. I think he's the one player that everybody really looks to on the team.
Grayson Barrett lead things off here at the 3rd inning. A 1-run ball game, a 2-1 Prospect lead. Prospects put 2 on the board in the 2nd inning. They're off young Ty Schaefer, 5'9" right-hander out of Cardston, Alberta. And here comes the first pitch. Good breaking ball thrown from Schaefer. Strike 1. Travis Hunt and Bo Gilbo due up in the inning. 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Edmonton order. And outside, we're at a ball and a strike.
You know, the other thing about Cardston, that beautiful Remington Museum they have there, all horse-pulled vehicles. Wonderful place.
And here comes the 1-1 delivery. It was a changeup, and he snared it foul, looped it down the right side, and it's out of the ballpark towards the west side parking lot. 1-2. Fly ball to straightaway center field, drifting back, and it appears he's going to have a beat on this, and he does. That's Brock Partain, and you got 1 away. He hit it good, but he just hit it up the middle, didn't pull it.
Couldn't get it in the alley.
Hunt, who you just heard Tyler extol the virtues of, has walked in, stolen a base in the ball game. A wrecking crew in the first game, punched a single into left field, hit a hard ground ball out, pulled a double to left field, knocked in 2 runs, flied to center, reached base in an error. And he did that before he gave way to Hayward Dow, who came into the game, a left-handed pitcher, ended up playing at first base. Strike one to the batter. Change up, swing and a miss, strike two.
Really fooled him on that pitch. Very good pitch.
There's a bullet hit foul of the chalk up the left field line. Hanging changeup. I was used to say he hung a changeup and he got away with it, but really he didn't. If you throw a changeup and he hits the ball foul, the pitcher did his job.
He sure did. And kept it on the inside of the plate.
There's a breaking ball that gets him, and you got two away. Second strikeout of the day for the young right-hander. Nice drop on the ball, bottom fell out of it.
Real good job.
Bo Gilbo called out on strikes back in the first inning. Wandler, the second baseman, going to play Bo to pull the ball. He's drawn fully back between the bags of first and second base. .205 tomorrow to wrap up the regular season. On holiday Monday, last long weekend of the summer. No, actually it isn't. Labor Day is the last holiday of the summer.
That's not too far away either.
No, not at all. 2 balls and no strikes. High and outside, ball 3. Again, the playoffs underway on Thursday in Okotoks for sure and Regina for sure, either in Medicine Hat or in Lethbridge. There's a sinker ball, swing and a miss, full count. A best of 3 in all 3 rounds. Swing and a miss, not held cleanly. And the throw up the line to preserve the strikeout. 2.5 innings over and a 1-run ball game. The Prospects lead on ICU video.
In the top of the third, the Prospects had 0 runs on 0 hits with 0 bombers errors.
There you see the vista of the North Saskatchewan River Valley from our vantage point here in the eye in the sky at Remax Field in Edmonton. Beautiful early August night. This is the only night Sunday game this season for the Prospects, necessitated by a rainout earlier in the season. Zach Lehman punched a 2-strike pitch into right center field his first time through. Trevor Berg into his windup. Here comes the pitch. A strike on the inside corner. Jeff Chipley tonight calling the balls and strikes. Trevor Stoiko at first base. And Chris Hartley, the arbitrator, working at third. And a foul ball up the right rail. 0-2.
And Berg working quickly to start this inning. Getting the sign and letting it go.
One game left to be played in the major leagues tonight. Red Sox are really starting to fall out of things quickly after winning the world title. David Price, the one-time Blue Jay, one of the more expensive pitchers in the big leagues. He's 7-4. Jay Happ, a really good left-hander, was also in Toronto at one time, traded last year. Good breaking ball, Jay Happ. He's got an 8-win, 6-loss season going for the Pinstripes.
Very good breaking ball by Berg.
That ball is fouled off the face protector of Bo Gilbo. Other than that, it's fouled off his front foot. I'm not
Fouled
sure.
off his foot. Yeah, right off the left toe. Those catchers take a lot of punishment.
Lehman coming into the ball game tonight, batting .304, and they've got a good hitting order. There's no doubt about it. Top three batters, all plus 300 hitters. Next three batters, all hitting in the high 200s, a 293, a 298, and a 288. They're not easy to get up, but there, Trevor Berg rears back, throws a strikeout pitch. Big looping curveball. We'll go to Spencer Rankin, the designated hitter.
That curve has been working very well for Trevor Berg tonight.
All ball at third base. Spencer Rankin, a Vancouver ball player, Cloud County College, 6-footer, 200-pounder. One ball and one strike with one out and the bases empty here in the bottom half of the third inning. If you're wondering why, and you just tuned in, the Bombers are batting in the bottom of the inning. They're the home team for this game. And the count of 1-2. Bouncing ball to the left side. Takahashi gives chase. He was horizontal to the field of play, put leather on it, but couldn't squeeze it. One out and one on.
Good hard hit ball.
And Brock Partain struck out swinging his first time along is the batter. Partain, 5'10", 165-pounder. Goes to Missouri Valley College. Takes a cut at a breaking ball, a late breaking slider with a big sweep on it, strike one.
And Bo, looks like Bo gets fouled on again. Yeah, up in on the shin pad.
Wondering why Berg is taking so long to get ready to pitch. He's just giving his battery mate a little bit of time to recover from that bump. Sometimes the umpire will give him a break. He'll lean over and with his whisk broom, clean off home plate. And the 1-1 pitch. Didn't catch up to the fastball. He looped it foul down the right side and it's out of play.
One thing we've noticed with Brooks with their base runners, very few of them take the chances and take the big leads that the prospect players do. You don't see them getting on the carpet.
And a 1-2 pitch and a little flare head out into short left field. Takahashi comes over, puts leather on it, but he just can't squeeze it. That's a bloop single into short left field. Little guy gave it a great chase, but came up shy. So you got men at first and second with one away. And Brendan Cates will be the batter. Pulled a double into left field and came around to score in the second inning. Fly ball to left field. And that's pretty much a room service fly ball for Zach Thomas right there to grab it, 2 away. And the catcher, Albert Vargas, is the batter up. A little different outfield than we've seen of late. Zach Thomas, who can play everywhere, either 3 infield spots, and he's platooned out in left field. Travis Hunt, normally a right fielder, playing in center. And Blahoviak, normally a left fielder, playing in right. Prospects, like just about everybody else, down a court in players right now. Some due to injuries, some due to commitments, and they've got to leave town. Pitch is low, 1 ball and no strikes.
And that's why a person like Zach Thomas is so valuable. The true utility player.
Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 out with men at first and second base here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Ball game right about the 1 hour mark. In fact, it is exactly the 1 hour mark. This one got underway at 6:40 Mountain Time. Berg throws a strike right down the middle of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Been throwing a lot of good strikes. Been some good hits, a couple of hard hits, but also some little bloop singles.
And here comes the 1-2 delivery. That's a wild pitch. Gilbo couldn't get to it. Everybody moves up 90 feet on a wild pitch. Oh, nearby Trevor Berg. That one really got away from him.
Sure did. And now the important thing, just focus and get the batter.
Then at second and third, Berg's going to rock out of the full windup right down the middle of the pitching slab. And he tethers a fastball up there for a full count. Albert Vargas requests the time be called. The big catcher steps out of the batter's box.
Oh, good pitch. Boom.
That's ball 4. Berg thought he had strike 3. That's probably in the rectangle.
Looked like it.
Dax Wandler is the batter up with the bases full and 2 away. 3-2 pitch that did not go the prospect's way. On our telecast crew tonight, Dave Foley, our cameraman, the switcher, the replay man is Alex Testowich. Al Matz with the graphics, Rob Zitlau is the director, and the executive producer, graphics and technical coordination by the aforementioned Dave Foley. Also reminds you too that get road trip ready for a fully synthetic Pennzoil oil change at Jiffy Lube and get a $100 travel credit, good for any car rentals, hotels, theme parks, and a whole lot more at Jiffy Lube, keeping you moving all summer long. Jordan Blundell out to the mound. A quick message here with Trevor Berg, and maybe a message for the plate umpire as well. It's a big point in this ball game. Breaking ball, swinging a foul tip, strike 1. Strike two. Ball is nubbed out in front of the plate. It's in fair territory. Bo Gilbo dropped the ball, picked it up, threw a beat on the target, and the prospects get out of this one just by the skin of their teeth. That ball I thought was foul tip, but it's in fair territory. There you see Gilbo drops the ball, but had the presence of mind to throw a strike to the target. And it's a 2-1 prospect lead as we move on to the fourth inning of play on ICU video. 2-1 ball game as we move on to the top half of the fourth inning. Prospects got both the runs in the second inning. A leadoff double by Jake Geary, followed up by a single from Edgar Harrell. Harrell would eventually steal third base. Tyler Maskell knocked in a run with a fly ball out. Katsu Takahashi put a ball into play, and the second run came in to score on an error charged to Albert Vargas, the catcher.
Jake, who has been swinging a good bat as of late, we've talked about it. Very confident right now swinging the lumber.
One thing ball players have always loved about coming up here, be it in professional baseball here at the collegiate level, is the fact that it stays light so late. Anybody will tell you, no matter how good the lights are, a hitter sees the ball better during the day than he does at night. You were barreling in on 8 o'clock at night, but it's daylight right at the present time. Sun is very high in the sky. Down and away, ball one. Ty Schaefer out of the full windup, kicks that left leg up, drags that right arm over, and the pitch is on inside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Ty Schaefer knows how Jake Geary's been swinging the bat. He's going to be careful with him.
That ball is pulled down the left field line. It's foul of the pole. Hanging change up, 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball has been jumping off his bat of late.
Just exploding. We talk about that weight transfer and how important that is for power. Lots of times you'll see batters, they'll leave the hip behind, get the shoulders out in front, and get nothing on the ball.
He got jammed on the pitch, and there's a little looper out into short center field. Does that ball get caught? Does it fall in?
Looks like he got caught. No, they're saying it's a single.
That was a great play.
Oh, a tremendous play by center fielder.
Brock Portain, here you see him coming in. Dives for the ball. He touched it, but he didn't squeeze it.
Yeah, he didn't squeeze it.
Looked like a line drive in the box score tomorrow. The Texas League single here for Jake Geary, and Edgar Harrell is the batter. Lehman and Wadler, the double play combination. Cates is at third, Pierce is at first base. The middle infield shortens up. Harrell leans into the pitch and he pops it up into short right field. That should be an easy grab. Danny Donnelly on the run in to make the play, and there's one away. Harrell might not want to have taken a rip at the first pitch offered up.
No, and he'll be kicking himself for that. But again, we talked about the difference in these two teams. If you look at Jake Geary, when he takes his lead, he's not one of the fastest guys on this team, but he takes that lead, he basically gets 1 foot pretty well on the carpet. Pretty well a full stride more than what Brooks does.
There he turned the ball over. It's a spinner, and it's in the strike zone. 0-1 to the batter, Tyler Maskell.
Really nice pitch.
Strike two. Pitch right in there at the knee. Ty Schaefer delivers. There was a fastball. It's popped up over by the screen, and the big first baseman comes over. That's Pierce. He had it in his glove, but he couldn't squeeze it.
He couldn't. It hit up on the screen. He eventually did catch it, but the second it touched that screen, it was over. He sure hustled for it. He gets it here and watch it pop up into the screen.
Well, he touched it first, then it hit the screen.
Yeah.
And the ball is shot out into the right field gap. That ball is going to get between the outfielders. That'll be an extra base hit. On his way into second base, Tyler Maskill. He'll pull up there. He's going to try and score the run. The cutoff man, the second baseman, Wandler. His throw is not in time. And that is a fortunate occurrence for the Edmonton Prospects. Wasn't a hit and run play. And the runner scores all the way from first base as you saw that ball get shot into the 9-hole, into the right field gap. A bit of a misplay by Danny Donnelly. It was going to be a double anyway. And the Prospects take a lead of 2, a 3-1 ball game.
Well hit ball. Good bat control.
Run scoring double by Maskill. Katsu Takahashi, the batter. Reached base on a throwing error his first time up. It's a lead of 2, a 3-1 ball game. Takahashi swings at a strike and fouls it away.
Since that hit in the last game, it seems like Katsu's swinging the bat with a little more confidence.
Pitch is low and away. He's not really in this lineup or on this team for his bat. He's there for his glove and his speed. Fouls the pitch back, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Look back to second base, the pitch on the way, and a ground ball, fair at first base. Pierce is up with it. And he'll make the unassisted put out for the second out here in the inning. And Zach Thomas is the batter.
We talked earlier about the importance of Zach Thomas to this team, how he can play so many different positions. Now he's in a position where a base hit will bring in another run.
Dixie State University, the college assignment for Zach Thomas out of Lakeland, California. Fully back on the middle infield, midway on the corners. The outfield is straight away. And the pitch is a duster, ball 1. Jake Geary has scored after a leadoff single and a 1-out double to the opposite field by Tyler Maskill. A ball he gapped out into right center. One ball and 1 strike is the count as you see the beautiful night sky here this evening. The brick building you see beyond the outfield camera, or the outfield fence, is the one-time property of Edmonton Power, which I am told is someday going to be a luxury condo unit. How you can make condos out of an old power plant, I don't know.
I don't either.
Pitch is high, ball 2. No doubt about it, the North Saskatchewan River Valley is the beauty part of Edmonton.
It is.
Prairie City, and in the summertime with a beautiful green coat. Poplar trees. Beautiful here in the fall, too, when those trees turn to gold. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you get over that old power plant on the south end of it, and boy, you got a great view. Right, the river's right there.
Ty Schaefer ready to go. Throws the pitch. He threw his man a fastball. He tied him up, and it's a pop-up just back of the infield skin. Pierce, the big first baseman, there to grab it. Prospects, though, do a little damage. They pick up a run. They do it on a pair of hits. One man left aboard. As we move to the bottom half of the fourth inning, the Prospects up by a pair. Batter to lead things off is the right fielder, Danny Donnelly. Josh McIntyre and McCoy Pierce at the top of the order will follow. Here against Trevor Berg. Big husky right-handed pitcher. The ball is a strike, and it's a bouncing ball here to Takahashi. Throw is low, and Barrett digs it out of the dirt. You never know. He's not a natural first baseman.
Isn't that the truth? He is so smooth. You see this ball down on the field side, hits the ground, and he just scoops as clean as anything.
One gone. I'll tell you what, that's what you want to do when you're going to hit a forest of plus 300 hitters. McIntyre 370, McCoy Pierce 324. You want to get that 9 guy out of there. Strike one from Trevor Berg. Berg with 13 appearances on the year. This is his 7th start. Breaking pitch down and away. 45 and 2/3 innings of pitching he sucked up on the season. 41 hits. 16 runs all earned. 8 base on balls. 29 strikeouts. 3-2 with a save. 3.15 earned run average. And the league is batting .234 off Trevor Berg. There he had that one slip out of his fingers too high. Ball 2, strike 1. Line drive, base hit back up the middle. He kind of served that one up. Berg not happy with himself.
No.
That line single to a real good hitter.
See it on a replay. He puts it right down over the heart of the plate. Not happy with that pitch at all. Good hit.
First baseman, number 22, McCoy Pierce.
Cole Pierce is the batter. Hitting .324 on the year for the Brooks Bombers. Kamloops, British Columbia ball player. As you see, he's a big kid, 6'3", 225 pounds, out of McPherson College. I don't have it officially, but I'd say they're just about 50% Canadian players, just about 50% U.S. here in the Western Canada League. That's the way it should be.
It is, and that's one of the beauties of the league. You get to see a lot of local players.
Strike on the outside corner. He dotted the eye right on the outside block. Ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good pitch. Keeping that ball down.
Well, we'd love to have you down at the ballpark to spend Holiday Monday. Gates open up at 1 o'clock. The weather is going to be absolutely resplendent. Clear blue skies, warm temperatures for the August long weekend.
Excellent breaking ball by Berg. Got underneath it. Popped it into the stands.
Change up, and it is hit hard and down the line and foul over beyond the bleacher seats in left field.
Ball could be gone.
It's gone. Just a question: is it fair? Or is it foul?
It's
And
foul.
it is foul of the pole.
Ooh.
Another changeup. I don't know if I want to throw that guy up in the wheelhouse too much.
No, he really got around on it. Just on the inside part of the plate, but up around the letters. And
two fly ball outs for McCoy Pierce in the ball game. One out, one on. Here in the last of four, Takahashi chases the ball down in the hole, falls, gets up, throws to second. Not in time to turn two. Nicely done by little Takahashi, the shortstop. That ball was not going to get by him for love nor money.
no, a very good job too on it. See him slide in the turn and got his hips through on the throw that enabled him to get the man at second, and he just got him.
Number 23, Katsu Takahashi from Hiroshima, Japan. Don't think I ever see him and he doesn't have a smile on his face.
He's always smiling. And you get out here early, like about 3 to 4 hours before the game, he's out running in the outfield.
Another ball to Takahashi, dives for it, comes up with it, throws on to first base, and it's in time to record the out. Nicely done by little number 23, Katsu Takahashi.
There's going to be an argument here with.
That's way into the hole. All right, let's see the
It's
throw.
a heck of a play, but I think he's safe. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's the way it goes.
It is. We'll take the out, but a tremendous play by Takahashi.
It was, although that's an infield hit, but who cares? 4 innings through and a 2-run prospect lead on ICU video. Let's go to Tyler Remchuk.
Hey guys, down here with Jordan Blundell. A couple of great defensive plays right there by your shortstop. He's been looking pretty good there so far today.
Yeah, Katz had a good day there. Solid defensively. He's a really good defensive player.
Looking at last game, you guys had 17 hits. So far, this one just 4, but you've managed to still put up 3 runs. Your thoughts on your team's approach at the plate?
Yeah, I think we could do a little better job of hunting pitches up in the zone and leaving pitches down. Guys made an adjustment last inning. Hopefully we can keep that going.
I know you're not a sleep scientist. I won't ask you about fatigue, but just your thoughts on the way your team has handled all of these innings over the last 48 hours.
They've handled it like young men and professionals. They've done a really good job in a tough situation. They're having fun together, and hopefully we got a little bit left here.
Thanks, Jordan. Hopefully they do have a little bit left, guys. Back up to you.
On to the 5th inning, and Pierce Blahoyek will lead the way here for the prospects. Edmonton with a 2-run second and a 1-run 4th.
And Pierce is flied out. First inning, second inning, grounded out.
There you see him, 5'9" tall, Ty Schaefer. Hardston, Alberta ball player. You get up in that town in the morning, you look south, and you see that beautiful blue granite face of it's either Great Chief or Big Chief Mountain, just on the Montana side. Beautiful part of Alberta. Fully back on the middle infield, about midway at first and third. The third baseman Cates up wide of the bag now. Blahoyek draws down a drag bunt and is foul of the line, strike 1.
Good idea. He's a very good bunter. That one, he just got a little too much on it. Very hard to throw out. You got to make the perfect throw. As we've talked many times about the importance of speed, and he is the fastest man on this team.
Ty Schaefer rocks into his windup. The pitch and a ground ball left side. That's a one-hopper through the left side of the diamond. And Blahoyek is aboard with a leadoff single. And now you're going to have to pay special attention to him. He's going to have his eyes drawn on the next bag up the road at second. How many stolen bases said he had?
27 up to now.
But you take 27 bags over 54 ball games. If you're playing a 162 game season, he'd be about 81 bags.
He got a foot on the carpet.
That's his primary lead, and the pitch is fouled away. A change up, strike 1.
Now, if we get a picture of it and you watch him get out there, he gets the foot on the carpet, you see his shoulders turn towards second base. And he's quick enough that he can get back and make that, get to the first base. A lot of players could never get back there. You watch those shoulders, now they're cocked.
Probably a trick he learned in track and field.
Probably, and of course he was a 100-meter sprinter, holds his high school record, and state medalist. So he's got speed.
Breaking ball, 3 swings and 3 misses for Grayson Barrett, and there's 1 away. Travis Hunt is the batter.
Grayson Barrett was swinging for the fences on all 3 of those.
And that's what he got. He got 3 spinners, 1, 2, and 3.
Very good pitches.
Hunt has drawn a walk and struck out swinging. 4 strikeouts out of the night for Schaefer. This one is up high at the target, ball 1. Got a feeling Blahowick's going to be going with this pitch. Count is in the batter's favor.
They thought so too.
Runner holds, and it's a count of 2 balls and no strikes. This time for sure he's going to be going. .335 batter at the plate. I don't know if they have a prospect MVP each year, but if there was one, he'd get my vote. And he launches one out into left field, got under the pitch. It's a lazy fly ball in left field. Josh McIntyre there to make the catch, 2 away. That's a good pitch to a good hitter.
Really was. Got Travis Hunt underneath on it and ends up being an F7.
Bo Gilbo has the first and the third strikeouts on the day. There of Ty Schaefer. Got a total of 4 Ks on the afternoon. Has not walked but 1 batter. Bo Gilbo out in front of it. Powers the ball down the line and out of play. Runner on the go, and Bo Gilbo is going to get nailed with a pitch right above the knee, the left knee. He is aboard. So with men at first and second and 2 away in the middle part of the order, and Jake Geary will be the batter.
Jake was 2 for 2, 2 base hit in the second inning and a single in the 4th.
It's the 3rd game of the series with the Bombers, and he's had 3 excellent games at the plate. There he hits a hard ground ball to third base. And the throw is there on a bounce, and it's in time to get it done. As the prospects strand a pair of runners here in the top half of the 5th inning. Why Cates didn't just run over and get the force at the bag, I don't know.
I don't know either. I was wondering the same thing.
So no runs and a hit, and 2 left on base. 4.5 innings through, and a 3-1 prospect lead on ICU video. That is the south side of the city of Edmonton. That is called North Saskatchewan River Drive, right by the beautiful Arch Bridge. Here on this really nice sunny Sunday night. Spencer Rankin, the designated hitter. He's been tough on prospect pitching here tonight with a pair of hits. Both of them up the middle. Curveball is in for a call strike, and we're nicely underway here in the last of 5. Ground ball on one bounce here to Harold at third base. As it goes between his wickets, that's going to be an error. That is very much a catchable ball.
And this is where the prospects get themselves in trouble. Start an inning off with an error or a walk. And Trevor Berg just has to settle down and work for a double play.
Get another
here.
ground ball and turn a double play.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Brock Portain, the center fielder, up. Strike one on the batter.
Had a little bit of heat on that pitch.
Berg strides home. He missed that pitch way high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Batting .298 on the year. And batting .500 in this ball game. Breaking pitch misses high and away. Ball 2. Off the head of the bat, that's a fly ball raised out into right field. Should be an easy play, and it is. Pierce Blohoyek with the sun on his back makes the catch. That's why most ballparks I know of have home plate facing the north and the center field wall facing the south. So the only time a batter will never have the sun in his eyes, and occasionally a third baseman will. But that's why the configuration is usually north to south. In this instance, it's northeast to southwest, but not very much. Pretty much north to south. Football fields are the same way.
They sure are. For exactly the same reason.
Brendan Cates is the batter up. That one's right down the dish for a strike, 1-1. Used to amaze me when we played in the Southwest. The game would get underway at 7:05 in brilliant sunshine. At 7:30 it's dark. They do not have the long sunsets like we have up here. It's just about immediate. Strike 2 on the batter.
Sure is. It seems like it just drops off, doesn't it?
And it seems to me the further south you get, the darker it gets. Even if you got a full moon, it is dark. The ball that's scooped out of the catcher's mitt, that's a fair ball into left field. And you're going to have men at first and second base with 1 away.
Good hit.
Brendan Cates with a base hit to left field.
Again, the importance of that first error.
And we'll go to Albert Vargas.
Now, Vargas can bunt. Whether they'll do it here or not, I don't know. With 1 out, it probably won't.
There's a breaking pitch. I don't know what that thing was, but it started away inside and somehow hooked out over the plate.
It almost looked like it started behind him, didn't it? And then just dropped on that inside corner.
Strike 2 with a fastball. We'll get somebody up and throwing in the prospect bullpen with 1 out and men at first and second base here in the last half of the 5th inning. Runners aboard. Spencer Rankin, the lead runner. Brendan Cates on at first base. Should be 2 out and a man on here in the inning. A leadoff error to open the door here for the Brooks Bombers. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
One of the reasons I think they've got a reliever warming up is Trevor Berg is almost at 100 pitches already.
Ground ball, left side, is through the hole for a base hit, and that'll load the bases. Rankin to third. Brendan Cates motors into scoring position. Albert Vargas didn't hit that ball particularly hard, but was in the hole of short and third.
Just the perfect location for the hit.
Dax Wandler will be the batter up.
Right now, Trevor Berg is at 98 pitches.
He has had not one 3 up, 3 down inning in the ball game. Straight change up, swing and a miss. Looks like a left-hander will be up and throwing momentarily. Just calisthenics going on right now and throwing off the back slope of the mound. Ground ball, right-handed side. It's a bouncer here. And the throw on to first base is off target. And time is called as the second baseman, Maskill, had all kinds of problems. That ball tied him up. You can't assume a double play, but you can certainly assume an out.
Yeah, certainly can, and he just misplays it. A terrible throw.
It'll notch the tie. An unearned run comes in to score. Brendan Cates comes in to score. Albert Vargas is going to move to third, and that'll be a 2-base error. And Dax Wandler is in scoring position. 1 RBI will be awarded. Tyler Maskill just had problems with the pickup on that ball.
Alex Guzzo out to talk to his pitcher. They're going to take as much time as they can, allow things to get going in that bullpen. But again, like we said, Al, 2 errors are costly.
Spencer Rankin scores. Brendan Cates comes in to score. Vargas at third. Wandler at second base on the fielding and the throwing error. You should have to call it a throwing error. And the pitches are breaking. That's another one of those pitches that starts way inside and then just hits the middle inside corner of the plate.
If we can get it out from the replay from the center field camera, see how much that breaks. Wonderful pitch.
One ball and 1 strike.
Here's that replay of that previous strike.
Look at this thing. Woo!
Pretty
right
curveball.
at your head, and then it just breaks over the inside half of the plate. Prospects with the left-hand pitcher up and throwing in the bullpen. And the pitch is low, ball 2. That's a strike right down the middle. Go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trevor Berg has not had a lot of help from his infield. An error at third, an error at second base. First run that scored is for sure going to be an unearned run. And it's 2-2. Ball raised out into right field. Blahoyek is there to make the snag. Cranks it up. Here's the throw to the plate. It's going to be loads of time. One hopper. That'll go 9-2 on the putout. That's a double play ball, and that'll get the Prospects out of the soup. And it's going to be a tie ball game as we move on to the top half of the 6th inning. There you see it, Blahoyek in loads of time on 1 bounce. And that'll do it. It's a 3-3 ball game as we head to the 6th inning on ICU video. So that's a fly ball double play. And later on in this game, depending how it goes, that might be the biggest defensive play of the year. La Hoyak with just about a perfect one-hop strike to home plate. And that erased Albert Vargas by about 10 feet.
And one of the best things of that throw is he attacked the fly ball, was moving into it as he caught it, and just let the ball go. Very accurate throw.
So Edgar Harrell will lead things off. A single, a stolen base, and a run scored. And a fly ball out. I've got it unofficially as 2 unearned runs scoring for the Bombers in the last half of the 5th inning. Pitch is inside, 1 ball and no strikes. The way they do it now is by a computer. The scorer just does it electronically, and if you don't do it right, the computer won't accept it, which I guess is a pretty good system. And the 2-0 pitch. There's a ball belted out into right field. On the run over is Danny Donnelly. That'll be a long single to get things going in the top half of the 6th inning. Now there's an error on the throw, and that is way down in foul territory. And here at third base, what's the umpire's call? Safe. That'll be a 2-base error. I had my eye off the screen, so I didn't see it.
I did too. Let's have a look at it. Good hit.
There's the base hit. That's easy enough. It's got to be an error on the throw.
Got to be an error on the throw.
Donnelly is coming over. He's got a long way to go. He makes the full spin. And the throw is going to bounce second base with nobody there to cover it. So that'll be a single and a 2-base error. If it stands up, I see the umpires are conferring now. Call is safe. And Kyle McKinnon of the Berks Bombers, the field manager, is going to come out, and he's not a happy camper. He was safe at second, there's no question about that. He took a bit of a gamble to go to third base.
Yeah.
But the call has been made. Good thing we're not in the big leagues where they have the eye in the sky and our guy would be out.
Oh, that's right. And there, that was funny, just the way it was.
Okay, here we'll see him going over into third base. Here's the man covering the bag.
Tell him to get down.
Well,
you know what? He missed him.
I think he might have missed him.
You look at his left foot, it comes in, gets the corner of the plate, and he reaches between the legs. He never touched him. Good call by the umpire. On the first one, I thought he was out, but on this.
Toe was on the bag and the tag was on the thigh. So the go-ahead run is at third base with nobody out here in the top half of the 6th inning. Fastball is upstairs, ball 1. The batter is Tyler Maskill. The ball is snared foul on one bounce into the Edmonton bullpen. Kind of a ball on the strike. He's thrown a lot of changeups on the strike zone tonight, as Ty Schaefer.
He certainly has. Throw a lot of them on the inside of the plate, so they really get pulled.
Ball 2. If you're wondering why they're not playing the infield up, very seldom do you do that in the middle innings of a game if there's nobody out. If there's one out, you probably will. As it is, they're not fully back. The middle infield is about a double play depth. Pierce at first and Cates at third are about midway. And there's ball 3, not held cleanly by Albert Vargas.
Harrell was thinking about going on that, but that ball wasn't far enough to the backstop to get in.
Well, very simply, the guy covering the plate will be the pitcher. He's got a 60-foot run. The runner's got a 90-foot run, so do the math.
Right.
And the pitch is a call strike. Turned the ball over and he missed low and away. That'll put men at first and third base. Katsu Takahashi will be the batter. This might be a good point in time to drop down a squeeze bunt.
I agree with you 100%, Al. He's very quick. He's a pretty good bunter. And he doesn't have a great average.
Takahashi is 0 for 2. Kyle McKinnon, the Berks field manager, is on his way out towards the mound.
And this
is a strategy session is what this
sure is. This is exactly what they're going in to talk about. Be prepared for a squeeze bunt.
What he's going to be saying is if the bunt is hit this way, you go here, you go there. If it goes here, you go there, you go here.
Exactly. A lot of people don't realize the size of defensive and offensive playbooks that baseball teams have, especially when you get to the majors.
There's a break for second base and an uncontested steal of the bag by Tyler Maskell. Takes him out of the ground ball double play. That was one eventuality they didn't count on. So 2 runners in scoring position for Katsu Takahashi. Now they'll have to play the infield in. There he pulled off a breaking pitch, strike 2. No doubt about it, his better hack is from the right-handed side.
It is.
Well, it's the swing from the right-handed side. It's a hack from the left side.
That's a good way of putting it.
Series finale and the season finale is tomorrow afternoon, 2:05. I'll have the pictures for you here on ICU Video. Vetter out, come out to the ballpark. The weather looks just fine on holiday Monday. The inning started out with a base hit by Edgar Harrell, and he advanced 2 bases on an errant throw by the right fielder Denny Donnelly. He has to get the error because he made the throw, but his throw was to second. There was nobody there to cover. Fly ball to left field. They're going to try to score the run, and they will score the run as galloping in from third base is Edgar Harrell. And the prospects take a lead 4-3. They'll appeal that he left early. Put their foot on the bag. That appeal is not successful.
Sacrifice fly and an RBI for Katsu Takahashi.
No time at bat. Zach Thomas is the batter. The throw by Donnelly was right around second base. There just wasn't anybody there.
Yeah, there was a mess up with the defensive scheme. Somebody did not do their job.
The runner trying to advance from the first to second base, so that's the logical place he's going to go. And the pitch is there for a strike. Zach Thomas has popped up twice.
Both the first base.
Ground ball is just a little dribbler up the third base side. Here's the throw on the run on the bounce, and Pierce is there to dig it out of the dirt. Did a real nice job at first base.
Did.
That'll go 5-3 to put out and a man at third.
A real good job.
Pierce Blohoviak is the batter up. 1 for 3 today, and he is 1 for 1 in outstanding defensive plays. Caught a ball in right field. Threw a one-hop strike to the plate to end the inning. It's a fly ball throw-out double play. Pitch down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Vargas didn't cleanly field that ball. He boxed it.
Yeah, and Maskell thought he was going to get in. Here he goes. Whoop, I got to get back fast. Smart by Vargas not to throw down there because ball goes by. Definitely score a run.
The ball is a rocket hit out into left field. Dying Quayle, and there's a nice fielding play by McIntyre to save a run. Down on his knees, and he catches that hard fly ball to left field.
Yeah, good hard hit ball.
So the prospects score a run, and they do it on a hit. They do it on air, and 1 man left on base, 5.5 through, and a 4-3 prospect lead on ICU video. New pitcher in the ball game is the left-hander Matt Erikson. The unofficial pitching line for Trevor Berg tonight, a 5-inning distance. 3 runs, 1 earned run. 9 hits, struck out 3, walked a batter. He had a batter, and he threw a wild pitch.
And he threw 104 pitches, 68 of them for strikes.
Big left-hander from Boulder, Colorado. 6'1", 200-pounder. Out of Yale University, Matt Erikson comes into the ballgame here in the last half of the 6th inning. He's got 5 starts. This will be his 10th relief appearance on the season. Pitched a total of 34 innings, 36 hits, 23 runs, 18 earned runs, 22 base on balls, 41 walks. And there's a fly ball dispatched out to deep left field right at the edge of the warning track. And there to make the catch is Zach Thomas, and there's 1 away. Give that one a pretty good ride. He pulled the ball into deep left field.
He did. He just got under it a little bit. It's up a little on that ball, and he would have either hit it off the wall or hit it over the fence.
Record of 4-2 with a 4.76 earned run average. The league is hitting .269 off the big left-hander Matt Erikson. So McIntyre is erased right out of the starting blocks, and McCoy Pierce is the batter. Erikson just flat out brung it, and he blew the ball by his batter. Strike 1.
Matt's got a good moving fastball.
There he threw it right in on the hands, and it's fouled away. Strike 2. I think it'd be fair to say that Trevor Berg got by without his best stuff tonight. He battled hard. And the pitch. Looping fly ball out in a short right center field. Drifting in as Travis Hunt puts leather on it. There's 2 away. Zach Lehman is going to be the batter. There you see that pylon in the roped off area. That's still a ground rule double if the ball that's hit into that area.
We haven't seen many hit out there all year.
That's about a 420-foot tug. Last ball for a strike here to Zach Lehman. Fouls it back, strike 1. Prospects with a right-hander heating up in the bullpen. 2 gone, bases empty. Bottom fell right out of that circle changeup, strike 2.
Very good pitch.
One game under the lights tonight in the big leagues. That's the New York Yankees, the Boston Red Sox. Swing and a miss, and a breaking ball gets him. Should be a good pitching matchup. 7-4 record for Price. Jay Happ, 8-6, great left-hander. Pitching for the Yankees. Speaking of great left-handers, that's a 3-up, 3-down inning. here for Matt Erikson as we head now to Tyler Yaremchuk.
Hey guys, as you know, you've both been around sports for your fair amount of time. Athletes can be creatures of habit. A lot of them can have weird quirks, and baseball obviously is no exception to that. One player on the prospects who I've been talking to a little bit more recently is Javi Ramirez. And how about this? He's not too particular with his pregame routine. He doesn't eat the same thing before or after games, but every game around the 4th or 5th inning, I see him smiling coming out of the clubhouse with a banana and the biggest glass of milk you can imagine. It's a bit of a weird thing, and every time now he smiles over, looks at me, and I asked him why he does that at that moment. He simply said a guy's got to eat. Also, while I have you here, out-of-town scoreboard, Fort McMurray not in action tonight, but Regina is up 8-1 on Melville in the top of the 5th. Moose Jaw lost game 1 of their doubleheader, but they're up 2-1 on Weyburn right now in the bottom of the 5th. And Lethbridge beat Medicine Hat earlier today by a score of 2-1.
All right, thank you very much, Tyler. So we'll update our standings. Lethbridge Bulls will go to 31-24, and the Medicine Hat Mavericks are now 29-25. That little battle, the winner of it will get 2 home games as opposed, or a potential for 2, and 1 on the road. This young fellow from Cardston, Alberta, Ty Schaefer, has quietly gone a 6-inning distance tonight. Done a really nice job. He's thrown a lot of change-ups, spotted his fastball, tossed in the odd breaking ball. I don't think that young fella's ever even seen a razor.
I don't think this is Tyler Schaefer. This is a new pitcher, isn't it? This is 35.
That's Tyler Schaefer.
Isn't it? 35, yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's pitching well.
Grayson Barrett tonight has bounced out, flied out, and struck out. The long windup, the high leg kick, and the pitch fouled into the batter's box. Strike 1 to the batter, Grayson Barrett. And the 0-1 delivery, straight changeup. And it's a swing and a miss, 0-2.
Got him on that one really good.
Bombers are now going to send a right-hander down to the bullpen to get loose. Have been throwing in the right field relief pen. 0-2 on the batter. Willie back on the middle infield. They play him to pull the ball, and that's just what he does. It's a dribbler off to the right-handed side. That's going to be bobbled here by Wandler. I'm not sure it had anybody to throw to. The first baseman, Pierce, went for the ball. And Schaefer might have got there, might not have.
I don't know if he would have.
Oh, yeah,
he'd have got there. He'd have got there. Just error on second baseman.
Barrett is aboard as he hits that little worm killer, just a dribbler on the carpet at first base. Puts him aboard and brings up Travis Hunt. 0 for 2 with a base on ball. Squares off, shows the bunt. Pitches a breaking ball, a big looper, and it's outside. 1 ball, no strikes. The Regina Red Sox hold on and win their ball game. They'd improved to 39-15. They'd actually have a better record than the Okotoks Dogs. Whatever quirk in the schedule this year, the Red Sox did not make a trip out to Edmonton. And that's a strike right down the middle. The pitch, and a ball that is belted out into left center field. One of the few pitching mistakes that Schaefer has made tonight. And there he went to the well one time too many on that off-speed pitch. And the batter was looking for it, and he jumped all over that and hit a P-rod to left center.
Good hit for Travis Hunt.
Bo Gilbo will be the batter. That one came off the bat right at warp speed.
We might be getting a pitching change here. Kyle McKinnon out.
Just can't say enough about the clarity of the cameras and the equipment we have to work with this year on the web telecast. It's absolutely nothing what I thought it would be. Unbelievable clarity.
Sure is.
Bo Gilbo is the batter up. Big switch hitter, batting left-handed. First and second base with nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Right-hander ready to go in the Brooks bullpen. Fastball high and wide, 1 ball and no strikes.
Now Gilbo was last at bat. Good base hit.
Ball 2. I think of Cardston area. I think of athletes I think are one of the best calf ropers I ever saw. Jimmy Gladstone. He was a good one.
Oh, he was a
and long
great
before my
roper.
time, an all-around cowboy named Herman Linder. Way before my time.
Jimmy Gladstone was also a wonderful basketball player. He used to play at times with the Lethbridge Broders. And just a great athlete. World champion calf roper. Raced quarter horses down on the reserve.
And here's the 2-1 pitch. Hit it off the high end of the bat, and it's loop foul down the left side, and it's out of play. That would be quite a few years ago. I sensed that he hung up the rope, but I think he was a numerous-time Canadian champion.
He sure was. And I think he won the NFR a couple of times.
Make it ball 3. You just take the road from Fort McLeod south. You get a little place called Brockett, I think it's called. A collection of schools and houses. A filling station, but I don't think it's open anymore. Straight into Cardston.
We used to call that the Brockett Expressway.
A bouncing ball. It's fair at first base. Here's the throw on to second. It's on a hop and not in time. So that's just as good as a bunt. Bo Gilbo moves his runners over. And the ball had a little bit of English on it there on the cutout. But Pierce is there to stay with it. Had the right idea. He made his throw to second. It was not in time. And it would have had to have been a tag play. He touched first, and that opens up second.
That's right, and the throw not only wasn't in time, but it was off the base, so they wouldn't have got the tag.
Jake Gary's going to get a free pass. They put him aboard, and will face the bat of Edgar Harrell. The base is loaded and 1 away.
The way Jake Gary has been swinging the bat, I
Don't
think
blame
that's
him.
not at all. It was a good, solid coaching move.
As they say, discretion is the better part of valor. Edgar Harrell's had a good day. He's 2 for 3, 2 runs scored and a stolen base. They leave Ty Schaefer in here with 1 out, works straight over the top, and he throws a fastball strike, 0-1. Four-3 ball game, top half of the second inning. 6th ball game played in 4 days. The 7th in 5 days will go tomorrow, the matinee contest. There's a knockout into right field, and that'll plate 2 runs. On in to score is Barrett. 1 run will score. The bases will remain loaded. Grayson Barrett scores an unearned run. Hunt moves up to third. Geary to second base. Edgar Harrell with a run-scoring single. Didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Opened up his bat head and slapped a single into right field. That's what they call an oppo shot.
And that's all it takes. Just good bat control.
Tyler Maskill is the hitter up. Hit a ball out into the 9 gap into right center field, and that knocked in a run. That was a double. He did that in the 4th inning. He drew a base on ball. He got a fly ball up with a run batted in. That's going to do it. Kyle McKinnon on his way to the bump. And we'll take a break. The Prospects with the bases loaded and a run in to score on ICU video. New pitcher in the ball game, number 4. Tyler Mondo out of Plant City, Florida, 5'9", 165-pounder, a junior out of Ohio Valley. Tyler Mondo, drop and drive delivery, right-handed pitcher. He's got 5 starts, and this will be his 8th relief appearance, 37 in the 3rd inning, 72 hits. 56 runs, 38 earned, 15 walks, 24 strikeouts. A 1-loss record of 1-4. 9.16 earned run average. The WCBL hitting .324 off Mondo. Ty Schaefer works 6 in the 3rd innings tonight. Scatters 8 hits. Struck out 4 batters. And he walks 3. Hit 1 batter. I don't think he's on the sorry side of 20. He did a pretty nice job tonight.
He did a very nice job. Hit a lot of corners.
Facing some of those real good right-handed batters. He's throwing that changeup right down the barrel, taking speeds off it. Nice job. Tyler Maskell will be the batter. 1 out and the bases loaded. Double play depth in the infield. And the lights are on here in the top half of the 7th inning. Mondo dots the outside corner. 0-1. On outside, we're at a ball and a strike. The runners aboard. Travis Hunt at 3rd. Jake Geary at 2nd base. Edgar Harrell is at 1st. Spelled M-O-N-D-O-U-X, Mondo. There's a bouncing ball through the hole that had eyes. It'll play to run, and the bases will remain loaded as Travis Hunt comes in to score. Tyler Maskell with his 2nd knock of the night and his 2nd run batted in. Base hit between short and 3rd where the infield was positioned. Nobody really had a play at it.
They really didn't, and we've talked about this before. You don't have to hit it hard. You got to hit it in the right spot.
Katsu Takahashi is the batter. Got a no time at bat and a run batted in his last time up. Katsu takes a rip at it and he hits a fly ball out into short right center field. On the run in, this is Danny Donnelly. The runners will have to hold and there's 2 away. Bring up Zach Thomas.
At bat, left field number 38, Zach Thomas.
0 for 3 tonight for Zach Thomas. He's popped up twice, both times to the first baseman, McCoy Pierce, and he's bounced to 3rd.
He is due for a hit.
And there's a breaking pitch strike. We go to 0-1. A stretch by Mondo and the pitch down and away. Count evened up at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 runs have scored in the inning. And any that score from here on in will be unearned. That should have been the 3rd out of the inning. There's a ground ball fielded at 3rd base. Cates knocks it down, throws across the diamond. 2 runs will come in to score. 1 earned, 1 unearned. And the prospects will go back to the mound here in the last half of the 7th inning on ICU video. Pitching line for Ty Schaefer, the Burke starter, 6 in the 3rd innings tonight. 6 runs, 4 earned runs, 8 hits, 4 strikeouts, 3 base on balls, and 1 hit batsman. Spencer Rankin, the leadoff hitter. Big DH, right-handed batter up there. Erikson delivers, and he comes in high and hot, 1 ball, no strikes. The ball that's belted up the middle, it's going to get by Travis Hunt, cleanly by him. Backing the play up is Blahoyek. He's going to try to stretch 2 into 3. Here's the relay and the throw to third, and that's going to be a hit and an error, and a man at third base.
Good
Spencer
throw.
Rankin gets the base hit up the middle, and he gets another 180 feet of base trek. You have to score an error on the play. It's too bad. Travis Hunt made a game effort at it.
Wonderful throw. Relay and throw right where it should be.
Just couldn't squeeze the ball.
Harold didn't squeeze it.
They're going to play the infield back, so a ground ball will score the run. Brock Partain is the batter up. Erikson is high with a pitch, 1 ball and no strikes. Sometimes those line drives, if they're headed right at you when they come down, they'll knuckle a little bit.
They can. They're very hard to judge. There's no trajectory at all to judge. Makes it very difficult.
2 balls and no strikes here to the batter. Partain on a 1-for-3 night. There, Matt Erikson just rear back, and he blew it by the batter. There, he took a little off the pitch. He hit the back door with a curveball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. "6'1", 200-pound southpaw from Boulder, Colorado, the outskirts of Denver. Swing and a miss. Bottom fell right out of that breaking ball. Matthew Erikson gets his first or second punch out of the night. See the way the bottom fell out of that?
Very good pitch.
Brendan Cates will be the batter. Swung just about as good a pole as anybody in the lineup tonight. A run-scoring double in the 2nd inning. A single and a run scored in the 5th inning. Both times he's pulled the ball. It's a strike on the outside block. 0-1. Trevor Berg, the starter tonight, a 5-inning distance, 3 runs, 1 earned run. 9 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit batter, 1 wild pitch.
Two good pitches, 0-2. Now, will Erikson go get him or pop this outside a little bit?
Threw him a soft breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out with a runner at third base here in the last half of the 7th inning. The Bombers, of course, the home team tonight and again tomorrow for the scheduled 9-rounder to go at 2:05. That ball is off the hands and squibbed foul. Back up at the dugout at first base.
That might have hurt a little bit.
They're on Brendan Cates. Getting a steady diet, a pitch in on the fists as you see that beautiful western sky here tonight. The lights are on at Remax Field. Erikson's delivery, and that ball is scalded into left field. That's a good at bat here for Cates. He fouled a lot of pitches off, got one in his sights. He nails the ball into left field, make it a 6-4 ball game.
Got her just on the inside, in the middle of the plate. Nice batting stroke.
Albert Vargas is the batter. And we'll again have activity in the prospect bullpen. They'll freshen up a new arm. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes to Vargas. Swing and a miss. 1-1. One out, 1 on, 1 in the Brooks 7th inning. Down and away, ball 2.
Boy, didn't miss that one by much. That was a good pitch.
Punched the single up the middle in the 2nd inning. He did the same thing in the 5th. There he got under it, and he lifts a high pop fly in a short right field down towards the foul chalk. Blahoyek over to make the catch, and he got 2 away. Dax Wandler will be the batter. He got a steady diet of pitches from the middle of the plate in.
He did, and couldn't get around on it, get her out in the pop-up. Blahoyek with a good jump on the ball.
Wandler is 0 for 3 tonight with a run batted in. Here comes the pitch to him. He drops down a bunt and is foul, strike 1.
A good thought by Wandler. When you look at this, Edgar Harrell was not in a position where he would have been able to make a play.
Breaking ball outside. The count is even at a ball and a strike. Pitch will miss low. We go to 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 gone in the inning. Spencer Rankin punched a single up the middle. And came around to score on the Brendan Cates bullet out into left field. Throw back to first base. 3 balls, 1 strike.
This is a batter's pitch.
Threw him a breaking ball at 3-1, and that'll run the count full. And at first base, Brendan Cates will be off and running with the pitch. Runner goes. The ball is swung on and missed. He blew a breaking ball. With really nice definition on that break. Here it comes. That's a fastball. He just let her rip. Strikeout number 2 for the big left-hander. The thing I notice here in the collegiate leagues as opposed to professional baseball, 3 and 2, 2 away. First baseman in the pro game always lines up defensively. He plays behind the runner. Here they hold it on. I just don't know why. You're opening up the big hole to the right-handed side. However, we'll move on to the 8th inning. The Prospects lead by 2 on ICU video. Here's Blahoyek, the leadoff batter. Top half of the 8th inning, 1 for 4 tonight. Grayson Barrett and Travis Hunt will follow up. Tyler Mondo, the relief pitcher. Here's the opening pitch, and it's low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
Pierce Blahoyek with 1 hit tonight. He's flied out to left field, grounded out, and lined out to left field.
Shows the bunt, pulls the bat back, and he takes a strike. Count is even at a ball and a strike.
Third baseman was definitely ready for that. He was moving in hard.
And here's the 1-1 delivery. Ground ball. It's under the glove of Cates at third base. He was playing up wide of the bag, leaned down, but he just couldn't get to it. Second hit of the night for Blahoyek. That's what you call a Baltimore chopper, a big one-hopper.
It really was. It was hard to believe it got under that glove.
Well, let's go to Grayson Barrett. Put a ball into play his last time up. An error was made by the second baseman. He'd eventually come around to score. And a strike on the outside corner here from Mondo.
Just caught the corner. Nice pitch.
Plant City, Florida, 5'9", 165-pounder. Right off the first base side of the pitching slab, Lahoyek is on the run. Vargas lets her rip, and from his haunches, he didn't get up out of his crouch. You don't get a strong throw that way. Well, he did come out of his crouch, but he flared that one up there. Stolen base. That would be number 30, wouldn't it?
I think that would be 28. I think that's his first one. Yeah, first one tonight.
He got 2 in the matinee contest. Both foot out on the carpet. The shortstop, Lehman, playing behind him. And a foul ball.
And
his dog is barking right now. That's all you can do, just walk it off.
Yeah.
You do that enough times, you'll try not to pull it. You'll try to hit it up the middle, spray it the other way.
Yeah, a little more bat control.
Remember a few weeks ago at the All-Star break, and Matt Stairs was up on the telecast with us, and that's what he did. He was fouling balls off so many times that he did, he just changed his approach.
Now that you see from the center field camera, he fouled it right off the inside of the lead arch. Oh, that hurts.
Ball game at the 2-hour and 3-minute mark here in the top half of the 8th inning. And we go to 2-2. Lahoyek with a leadoff single. He stole second. Got about a 15-foot lead off the bag at second base. He widens it out to about 18 feet, and the ball is hit off the head of the bat. And it's fouled off down the line and out of play.
Now, we have seen Pierce steal third this season, but he won't do it with a left-handed batter up. Too easy a throw for the catcher. I'm surprised they're not holding him a little closer or trying to pick off here.
And here comes the pitch from Mondo. He throws a strike in there at the knee. Grayson Barrett not enamored with that call.
No, I can see why. It is where it crosses the plate, but it didn't look at any time that ball was going over the plate.
Hunt, the batter, with a one away. He'll try to pick up his runner. 1 for 3 tonight with a run scored. Mondo is a real slow worker. He's working too slow. And that's what it got him. That's a base hit out into left field. Lahoyek rounds third. Here's the throw. It's up the road and not in time. And a run in to score. I'd wave him in from third base with the speed of Pierce Blohoyek.
Absolutely.
He got the green light.
Just go.
Go.
Has to be the perfect throw, which it wasn't. Again, good bat control by Travis Hunt.
And it's a 7-4 ball game. 1 out, 1 on, 1 in. Here in the top half of the 8th inning. Going to play Bo to pull the ball. The pitch to Bo is high and wide. 1 ball and no strikes. Gilbo tonight struck out twice. Got hit by a pitch and he's bounced out. It was a good bounce out though. It moved runners over to second and third.
Out of play.
Above the high end of the bat and on into the vacant bleacher seats down the left field line. Wandler, the second baseman, is drawn fully back, and he's right about midway between the bags of first and second base.
Hunt gets back. Now, again, we know about his speed. He's another one that can steal bases. He got one tonight.
He's on the run. Here's the throw up to second base. The slide, the tag. The umpire's call. That's a bag for Travis Hunt. Vargas has got an accurate throw. He doesn't have a lot on it, but it's an accurate throw. It's right out over the bag.
Right there, but Travis Hunt had such a good jump on that. Unless it was perfect with velocity, he wasn't getting caught. Travis Hunt and Pierce Blohoyek are having a real nice battle for the lead in stolen bases on this team.
And how many for Hunt now?
I think he is now 27.
Curveball strike on the outside half of the plate, 2-2. There's a pitch in the dirt. Hunt's going to move up 90 feet on the wild pitch. He's 90 feet from the promised land.
Now a fly ball will score him. Looked like that ball came right down on the plate.
Well, they're not going to play the infield up with one away and a runner at third base. There's a ball that's roped out into left field. That's going to be deep enough to score the run. McIntyre drifts back and makes the catch. Travis Hunt tags up. How big was that stolen base at second?
Huge stolen base. And this is the value and the importance of having that speed on the bases and being aggressive.
And with 2 runs in to score, there you see Travis Hunt. Nicely done. Comes in to score. And it's an 8-4 ball game as we go to Jake Geary.
Jake
2 for 3 tonight, but 2 runs scored.
And an intentional base on balls in his last at bat.
Tyler Mondo off the first base side of the pitching rubber delivers, and there's a ball that's pulled into deep left field. He just got under the pitch. It's going to be in foul territory and out of play. Just missed the pitch.
He did. But again, we talked about how he is swinging the bat. Now you see that, if we get another replay on this, you see his batting stroke. Great transfer into the power. And it's just fun watching it. And I'm sure he is really enjoying this streak.
Strike 1 to Jake Geary, 2 out, bases empty. Tyler Mondu ready to go. Rolls over on a ground ball, hit right to the shortstop Lehman. Throw is on target. And that'll do it here in the top half of the 8th inning as the Prospects putting up a couple of runs on the board. 2 runs, they do it on 2 hits. No errors, nobody left on base. Perfect strike to the target as we head to the last half of the 8th inning on ICU video. Big left-hander Matt Erikson ready to go to work here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Go to work on Danny Donnelly, the 9-hole batter, on an 0 for 3 night. And a right-handed pitcher up and throwing in the relief pen. Donnelly fouls it back, strike 1.
Erikson has shown a variety of pitches. Good fastball, good breaking ball, good change.
Kicks into his windup. The pitch. Donnelly shows the bunt, draws the bat back, and the pitch is inside. A ball on a strike. And the 1-1 delivery. Fastball upstairs. Brooks Bombers with a left-hander heating up in their pen down the right field line. Fully back on the middle infield. They're midway at first and third. Danny Donnelly chases one up in his eyes, 2-2.
Erikson seems to have some pretty good movement on his fastball. That ball he moves up, his high fastball, they jump on it and they just blows it by him.
Kicking the 2-2 pitch. Danny Donnelly rips it foul up the right side. 3 strikeouts over 2 innings for Matt Erikson. He has surrendered 1 earned run. A leadoff single to Spencer Rankin and a 1-out base hit to left field to score the run.
Oh,
Strike 3 call. Backdoor hook gets him. Strikeout number 4.
Real pretty pitch. Watch that break right in on the corner.
And now you're going to get up into the meat of the order, where you're going to have 3 consecutive plus 300 hitters, and the next 3 in the high 200s. That's why it's so important to get the 9 batter hitting a $175 when you got to face the lumber. Up high, 1 ball, no strikes.
That is a very good point. You want to get those guys on base with these fellas coming up.
There he threw him the number 1 pitch, the hard one, the swing and the miss on the fastball, 1-1.
Missed on the breaking ball.
The Bombers with a run in the second. They got 2 in the 5th. One of them earned, they're both unearned runs, and 1 more in the 7th inning. Threw him a fastball again, a swing and a miss. Just rear it back and say, "Here you go, big boy, hit it."
Now, I don't know what Matt Erikson's speed is on these fastballs, but his curveballs and his change are so effective, it makes these look really fast. And there's that breaking ball.
The 3-2 pitch is ripped into right field, and that's a base hit. Something that McIntyre has done on numerous occasions this season. I thought the 2-2 pitch was right there, but it went for a ball, and the 3-2 pitch with a shortened up swing gets a base hit into right field.
Good bat control. Wasn't a bad pitch. He had some pretty good velocity on it. He just timed it up really well.
And McCoy Pierce is the batter. Harrell is deep at third. Double play depth in the middle infield. Fastball high and wide of the target. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a ground ball. They might turn 2. It's a high hopper here to Takahashi. He'll make the feed on to Maskill, and Maskill's throw to first base doesn't get it done. He should have just touched the bag, made the throw himself.
Probably would have been best. He had a little ways to go on it. Just good hustle down by the batter. I mean, that is real good hustle.
Zach Lehman is the hitter up. 2 out and a man at first base here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Threw him a strike and is fouled to the backstop, 0-1. Ball game at the 2-hour and 19-minute mark here in the last half of the 8th inning.
That breaking ball did not miss by much. Good pitch.
Two balls, one strike, two out. The man at first base here in the last half of the 8th inning. Ball game number 6 in 4 days. Number 7 in 5 days. The matinee contest tomorrow. Swinging a foul tip, make it 2-2. High and outside, 3-2. The runner will be going with the pitch. Strike three called on the inside corner. He's looking for something away, and he gets vapor locked inside.
And he knew it. There was no argument. What a beautiful pitch. Looked like a slider. It hard. Just came right in on that inside corner.
No runs, one hit, no errors, and one man left on base. Tyler Remchuk, it's all yours.
Hey guys, down here waiting for Brendan Owens. He's quickly become one of the more, or maybe the most reliable bullpen arm that Jordan Blundell and the prospects have. Over your last 11 innings of work, just one earned run. How much pride do you take in being that guy who can be relied on, whether it's 1 inning or 2 innings?
Yeah, I take a lot of pride in it, especially being my last year to play. I'm just trying to do whatever I can to put up zeros and, keep the team winning or give us a chance to win the ball game.
Speaking, you had some firsts as well in the game yesterday. You got to catch a little. You got your first plate appearance of the year as well. What was that like, getting to move around a little bit, try some new things in your last year?
That was awesome. I haven't caught since my senior year of high school, and I haven't swung a bat since my sophomore year of high school. So that was pretty fun. The fact I made contact was good. So
it's been a lot of baseball over the last 48 hours for you guys. You guys seem to be having a great time with it. You're winning as well. How much fun has it been to just be around the guys and to be grabbing wins when you absolutely need them?
It's great. Anytime you get to come to the ballpark, it's a good time. Playing 5 games in 2 days is definitely tough, but we've had a good time with it. We've been doing good, and we just hope to finish this one out and go get the one tomorrow and see y'all in the playoffs.
Thanks, Brendan.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys.
Third pitcher into the ball game tonight for the Brooks Bombers is Vaughn Wiggins, roster number 3. Out of Pickerington, Ohio, 5'9", 225-pounder. Big, burly, well, not big, he's not tall, but he is burly. Right-handed pitcher. Ohio Valley, Vaughn Wiggins. He will make his 13th relief appearance. He's got 2 starts, 26 and 2/3 innings, 56 hits, 48 runs, 36 earned runs. 13 walks, 12 strikeouts. Got an 0-1 record with 2 saves, a 12.15 earned run average, as Vaughn Wiggins goes to work here in the 9th inning on Edgar Harrell. Give you the pitching line here in just a second of Tyler Mondo, the first man out of the bullpen tonight, an inning and 2/3, 2 earned runs on 3 hits with 1 strikeout. Pitch up high, 1 ball, no strike on Edgar Harrell. From Vaughn Wiggins. And he's upstairs, ball 2.
Edgar Harrell's had a good night. 3 hits.
Lined up here by Wiggins, and the pitch is a fastball fouled away. Strike 1. Tyler Maskill and Katsu Takahashi Due up here in the top half of the ninth inning. High for ball 3. Play the infield fully back on the middle infield. First and third are about midway. The outfield is straight away. And the ball is put in the air. Left field out into the gap. That's a catchable ball. McIntyre drifts over and makes the catch. 1 away.
Just got under it a little bit.
He was a few inches higher. He just about a dead ringer for Bertola Colon. And boy, there's an ageless wonder. You look at him and say, how can he get anybody out? Well, he still does. Doesn't he look like Bertola Colon?
He does. I was wondering who. He reminded me of somebody in the majors. I wondered who the heck it was. That's exactly who it is.
Tyler Maskill is 2 for 2 tonight with a sacrifice fly. And here's the pitch from Vaughn Wiggins. Big, slow curveball in the strike zone. 0-1. First one of those he's thrown.
It's a good breaking ball.
Now leaving it on up at 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out, and the base is empty here in the top of the 9th inning. Foul to the backstop, strike 2. These last few days with a flurry of ball games kind of takes me back to the old days in professional baseball. By mid-June, you'd be on the road a lot. Quite often, you didn't know what day it was.
Exactly,
Didn't even matter. Just another day going to the ballpark.
It's just a 24-hour rotation.
You knew there was going to be a ball game that night. You knew it was going to be hot and probably muggy.
Maskell is 2 for 4 tonight. Had a 2-base hit, a single. He walked. And he had a RBI with a sacrifice fly.
Wiggins ready to go. He leans back and delivers, and a breaking pitch is hammered into left field. That's a catchable fly ball. McIntyre there to make the catch. Vaughn Wiggins is getting it done with a breaking ball. He's got 2 away.
He sure is. He got that over the inside part of the plate. Maskell drilled it right at the left fielder.
Katsu Takahashi will be the batter. Katsu on an 0 for 3 night with a sacrifice fly. Vaughn Wiggins, the portly right-hander, works into that short windup, leans back and fires, throws a breaking ball down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the kick and the 1-0 delivery, high and wide, and the counted ball 2. All 3.
Got totally away from him.
Tyler Mondo, an inning and 2/3, 2 earned runs, 3 hits, a strikeout. Starter today was Ty Schaefer, young fellow out of Cardston, 6 1/3 innings. 6 runs, 4 earned, 8 hits, 4 strikeouts, 3 base on balls, 1 hit batter, and 1 wild pitch. Filled in just about every box in the pitching line. 3 balls, 1 strike on the batter. Ball 4, and Katsu Takahashi draws the walk. Zach Thomas is the batter up. That might have been in the strike zone as that ball was flying to the catcher's mitt, but it ended up not in the strike zone where it was caught. Zach Thomas tonight with a collective 0 for 4, 2 pop-ups, 2 groundouts. And the pitch from a straight overhand delivery. The ball fouled to the backstop, strike 1.
Takahashi getting out on the carpet. I wouldn't be surprised if they send him.
And here's the 0-1 delivery. Sinker ball inside. Count leaving up at 1-1. On a check swing, the ball is bounced in fair territory. It's going to be picked up by Vaughn Wiggins. He'll flip to the bag, and that'll do it on an excuse me swing.
It is one of those.
1-3 on the put out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one man stranded. As we move along to the last half of the 9th inning on ICU video. Spencer Rankin, the leadoff batter here in the last of 9. He's had a good night. This guy is 3 for 4. 2 runs scored. And has put the ball into play all night. Matt Erikson comes to him, and a ground ball is through the hole, a short and third. There's the dive by Harold to his left, couldn't get to it. An opening pitch strike is belted into left field.
Good hard hit over the outside part of the plate. And as you said, he actually had a good series here. He hitting very well.
Brock Portain is the batter up. Prospects will heat up fresh armor. Right-hander starting to throw in the bullpen. Double play depth in the infield. Portain awaits the pitch. It's a fastball. It's high and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Gates open up tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The weather looks absolutely fantastic. For the holiday Monday matinee contest, a scheduled 9-rounder between the Bombers and the Prospects. If you can't make it to the game, we'll have it for you here on ICU video. And the 1-1 delivery, a ball belted out into left center field. About 370 feet on the fly, and Travis Hunt is there to make the catch, and you've got 1 away. Lots of hang time on it, an easy catch for Travis Hunt. Brendan Cates, the third baseman, the batter. Right down the pump with a strike. Trevor Berg tonight, a 5-inning distance, 3 runs, 1 earned, 9 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit batter, 1 wild pitch, and there's strike 2.
There's that fastball again, just blew it by him. Start him with a breaking ball and then fire that pitch in.
Swing and a miss. He went in the wheelhouse with some gas, and he gets his man on the strikeout with a fastball. There you go. Take a rip at it. That is 6 strikeouts tonight here for Matt Erikson. Albert Vargas stands between Matt Erikson and a 4-inning save. Rule book says if you pitch effectively over the final 3 innings, no matter what the score, you can record a save. And he's got 4 innings under his, or 3 2/3 under his belt. So he'd be on line for a save. And Trevor Berg would pick up a victory. He left after 5, but technically he doesn't leave until the bottom team bats, the home team bats in the bottom half of the 6th inning. So he's on line to pick up a victory. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball misses a little high. Ball 1. Ball 2. Strike on the inside corner, right at the knee.
That was the exact pitch that he threw the strikeout the last batter in the last inning.
Go to a count of ball 3, strike 1, 2 out. The man at first base here in the last half of the 9th inning. And the pitch is a call strike. It runs at full, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
See if we can get that on the replay. Vargas was talking to the umpire about that. Here it is. Let's have a look. It's right on the knees. That catcher, Bo Gibo, never moved that glove.
This time around, Barrett is not going to hold the runner on at 3-2 and 2 away. He'll draw in behind the runner. And the pitch fouled away. Vargas denied with 2 hits. Drew a base on ball. He flied to right field. And was erased at home plate on an absolutely tremendous throw by Pierce Blahoyak on 1 bounce to home plate. He was out by about 10 feet. That saved a run. 2 really great defensive plays in the last 2 games. The play last night by Javi Ramirez, the cutoff man, gunned a man down at home plate. That'll do it. A swing and a miss. Strikeout number 7 here for Matt Erikson tonight. So here in the 9th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. As the Prospects in a seesaw ball game come back with a victory. I want to take a timeout, get the final totals, and we'll be back momentarily on ICU Video. Back at Remax Field, the Prospects have won another ball game as we head to the field of play. And here is Tyler Yaremchuk.
Down here with Travis Hunt. Travis, since the calendar flipped to August, it's only been 6 games, but you are just on fire. You're batting a hair under 450. It just seems like every time you go up, you're finding a way to get on base. Have you felt it start to come together a little bit more?
Yeah, I think it's just been more relaxed in the box and more comfortable. Especially with something on the line, it kind of, the pressure almost, it doesn't get to me. You know, it's like it kind of fuels the fire a little bit. So I think I'm just getting more comfortable in the box and getting good at bats going.
We're seeing good pitching from you guys. We're seeing lots of timely hitting as well. You've been a big part of that. We're seeing big plays in the field as well. Does it just feel like everything's coming together at a perfect time for you guys?
Yeah, definitely. I think we got a lot of guys that are stepping up really big. We got a lot of RBIs in. We also got a lot of zeros coming in as well from our starting pitching. And guys just making pitches to keep us in the game, and let our offense work. And it's honestly just, it's like you said, just clicking.
41 innings down so far this weekend, 9 more tomorrow, and maybe it's the biggest 9. Win and you're in the playoffs. Just take me through your feelings on a win and you're in type of game.
I'm just tired. I'm ready for bed. But I'm also excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big game. It's a decider. They got a good guy going on the bump, so I'm going to stick to my routine and stick to it, and we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
You played all 41, so go get some rest. Thanks, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Guys, back up to you.
All right, thank you, Tyler. A doubleheader sweep today for the Prospects in the day-night twin bill, 15-5 in the opener. And the totals in the nightcap, 4 runs, 13 hits, 4 errors, 12 left on base. For the Brooks Bombers, the winning pitcher, Trevor Berg, goes to 4-2. Got by with really out his best stuff, but he got by. 3 runs, 1 earned. on 9 hits. The big left-hander, Matt Erikson, had a blazing fastball tonight. He gets a 4-inning save, 1 earned run, 4 hits, struck out 7 batters, and almost all of them with the gas.
And when Matt Erikson came in there, he threw a total of 63 pitches and 42 for strikes.
Starting pitcher will take the loss. Ty Schaefer. He worked 6 1/3, 6 runs, 4 earned on 8 hits. 2 hour and 47 minutes, the time of the ball game. Prospects are a game up on 500. They're 28 and 27. For the moment, it's a 2-game lead on the Fort McMurray Giants. We'll be back in action tomorrow. And so will we. We'll have the play-by-play account of the ball game getting underway about 10 minutes to 2 o'clock from right here at RE/MAX Field.